Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for joining me today. It is the 17th of May, 2023, on a Wednesday. For some reason, Wednesday stands out to me. I don't think it's just because this is the day I'm filming it. I think it's a significant day for someone. But I woke up feeling a bit of a lift, a weight lifted, a sigh of relief. There's something that feels as if you've got one foot out of the mud and the other one is just coming. It's interesting how it kind of is. You were feeling stuck in some situation, and it seemed a long time, like it was taking forever for the situation to kind of turn around. And it almost feels like a lot of you were feeling like, oh boy, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. And so you kind of did nothing. And it feels very much like the slowdown from the retrograde is coming to an end. Mercury retrograde did come to an end, I believe, already, and it feels like we are moving forward now, and we can. It's almost like the universe is slowing things down, or was for us, but now retrograde is ending. The remnants are kind of fading, but it does feel like an interesting time for not just sitting still now. It doesn't feel like we're sitting still anymore. It feels like now we had that much needed rest, and we have a energetic leap forward. That's what that feels like. It feels like whatever you've been toying with as an idea for something, whether it's a new entrepreneurial adventure, whether it's a something new and different in your life, in your home, in your lifestyle, in your health. These messages are all inclusive, guys. So they're collective. Whatever hits. If it doesn't, it might not. It might at some later point. But these messages are with the intention to help us grow, okay? So take what resonates and give appreciation to your guides and to yourself. Take just a minute, please, to breathe, to do a good breath through your nostrils and breathe out your mouth, and make it so you feel your shoulders rise and fall, and let this be a time for you, a time for clearing energy, a time to clear the path, to make this room for this message to apply towards your journey. It is amazing how life is. It's amazing how our spiritual journey, it sort of ebbs and flows, and it's interesting how we, in the moments like right now where I feel relief for some reason, I haven't seen anything tangible saying, okay, things are moving forward, but I feel it. I feel I feel the footprint of where energetically, this is going to be kind of hard to explain, but it feels like I can feel where we've been, what's coming. And so I can kind of see those footprints ahead, where normally you see them behind, right? So I kind of feel those footprints ahead, like there is this energy that's uplifting. It's more of a freer energy. And I think a lot of this has to do with our resolve to work with the universe, to improve our lives and to make things better, right? To not rush into anything with desperation, but to leap into something with confidence. And that's a huge difference. I know I've woken up many nights thinking, okay, what bill is coming, and what I've got to pay this and I've got to pay that. There's bills coming due that I have to deal with, and it can be stressful. I have to calm myself by being in a silent moment to breathe and to remember that I have control over how anxious I get. The reality is there that the economy right now hasn't been the greatest, but like the pandemic, it will end and it will get better. We have to believe that in order to move forward and have hope for the future, right? For ourselves, for our children and their children and whatever. And it feels very much like this. We're in a place right now where we feel relief. I feel very much like we need to celebrate something. And it does feel celebratory, okay? Let's see where the cards take us, because I feel like the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms is the card, the main one that I'm looking at right now, by Colette Baron Reed. Beautiful cards, full of wisdom for our physical and spiritual journeys. I feel like some of you are seeing signs, but you might not be sure what they mean, okay? I've been hearing certain things within my own self that I'm not sure what it means yet. And I know that it will come. The message will come to me. I see it through animals. I see it through, for me, I hear things. What do you call that? There's clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudient is what I have that gift to experience all of those things, but it feels very much like lately I've been hearing things. So the clairaudient is obvious with me lately. And sometimes what I hear, I don't actually know the full story behind it, so sometimes I panic a little bit. Okay, God, what does this mean? Oh my God, am I in trouble? Or what does that mean? Please explain. And then I work myself up into a frenzy, and then I can't hear my own voice, and I can't hear the voices of my guides because I'm too panicked. Or I'll have dreams that are, to me, I'm not quite sure what they mean, but they are concerning. And so then I go into this, I have to calm myself down. So the human part of us, guys, is very susceptible to fear. And as we move along our journey, we have to learn how to manage those anxious feelings, okay? So with the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the first card that pops out is Sacred Union, partnership, romance. But I feel like this card here, there's going to be different scenarios here because this is a collective reading, okay? I chose my painting of spring. I call it spring because it's flowers, it's birds, it could be summer, but it's light and it's refreshing, and it's almost like when you go from winter to spring, there's that breath of fresh air that you're just like, oh, finally, I can open my windows, I can feel breath of fresh air, I can feel, newness, resurrection, things like that. And so this Sacred Union, what I feel here is it's a lot of different things. I feel like the Sacred Union starts with you, and it is within yourself. You're coming to terms with something. You're embracing that life is ever changing, and there are circumstances that sometimes we don't have a choice. We have to go through them, and we have to feel our way through in faith. Okay, so it feels like we are in this place now where we are coming together, aligning body, mind, spirit, and it feels like there are certain circumstances that we're aligning with. Okay, I said in the last reading that there was an energy of forgiveness and moving on past a past situation, right? And it feels very much like this sacred union is more about, no, I'm going to take that back, because there are some of you who are coming into a new energy circle of people in your life that care about you genuinely, sincerely, and with healthy energy. Okay, it feels like there is some sort of there's a lot of things coming in here, so bear with me a sec. There's a lot of, I'm hearing the battle is over. Yeah, the battle is over. Some of you could have gone to court and won a case, or you're going to court and will win a case. Okay, that's what this feels like. But it also feels like with the battle is over, internally, you're done thinking about everything in the past, and you want to move forward. Okay, you want to move forward, and guys, when you do that, the universe brings in something far better. Okay, something for some of you, it could be a new partner, it could be a new roommate, somebody that you buy a home with, or you start a business with. But there is a coming together of something, and it is blessed, it's sacred, and I'm not saying the other person or persons will be religious or holy or whatever, but it feels like it's meant to be. And so whatever this is that's coming in for you, it is a blessing, it's a manifestation, it is the universe giving you a gift. Okay, the universe is giving you a gift. It also feels like some of you are ready to make a decision on moving forward with some sort of entrepreneurial venture. And it feels like you were concerned before about not wanting to invest even a small amount into some sort of investment in your future. It does feel like you sat on something for a while because you were fearful. You were really watching your dollars, and I get that, trust me. But it feels like now you're more open to the universe providing for you and finding a way, right? Because something feels right, and you're not letting the worry over money keep you imprisoned in your bubble of fear, worry, and distrust. That's what I feel here. So it does feel like for a lot of you, this new venture, whatever it is blessed. Something you've been manifesting, okay? Something you've been thinking about, and you've been asking the universe, and you've been practicing trust. So the universe is rewarding you. There might be a lot to learn about whatever this is you're going into, and you may have had time to read and learn and grow in whatever it is you're trying to do. But you're not to blame yourself for the time it has been taking for you to come into this blessing, okay? because you needed time to experience things. You needed time to kind of wake up. You needed time to clear your own energy and work on yourself, right? So something is coming to fruition. There is an order. I was hearing Law and Order, okay, not the show, not the show, but I was hearing Law and Order. There's something with Law and Order, and it feels as if whatever there's an order to, okay, so yes, the laws of the universe. Okay, so what I feel is the laws of the universe, karma, is coming to you, and it's good. It's good karma that you've been putting out there. Some of you are healers, and you've been sacrificing. I shouldn't say sacrifice. Well, yeah, I'll use whatever words come in. You've been sort of sacrificing your time. You've been listening to your inner voice. You've been listening to your guides. And you've been listening to some readings, it feels, but you're growing, and you are learning, and you are practicing trust and faith, okay? And so it feels like the universe is rewarding you now to say, okay, now you're ready. You're ready. I don't know about you, but I don't want to go into some sort of new venture where I feel fearful. Yes, there is going to be a natural tendency to have some healthy concerns, but it feels like you're ready to go into something with more confidence and trust, because now you know more. You've learned. You've been growing in whatever it is you're trying to do, okay? For some of you, because of the world economy, because of our economy here in the United States, you've been concerned about your present career that you're in. Because some of you earn money by commission, I think. That's what this feels like. But Spirit is saying, if you are guided to this career, have faith, because it's coming together. There's going to be, where it doesn't seem possible, it does seem like there's going to be more money, more sales, more contacts. It feels like you are in a better place because you've gone through the hills and the valleys of success, and then a lull, and then success, and then a lull. But Spirit says, now you know how to handle it. Now you're not panicking. You know this is part of how this goes with that whatever career you're in, okay? And so you are smart, you're wise, and you're guided and blessed. And so you will take the right moves and the right steps to supplement your income when your career is in a lull. So it feels, but I also feel like there'll be people kind of drawing to you. Do you know what I mean? Like coming in your direction. Because there's something with your energy that they trust. This is what I feel here. What else, guys? So with this sacred union here, I do feel I'm hearing upgrade, leveling up in your relationship that you're in presently, okay? There could be a partner who is just always nervous, or always worried, or always whatever, right? I know I have people in my life that are like that, and it drives me crazy, but it does feel like they're coming into some sort of calm, and they may feel themselves changing. They may even say it to you. I feel like I'm changing. Something seems, and for them, it almost seems too good to be true, right? But It is a change from their normal way of worrying every day. And it does feel like someone in your life is moving in a more positive direction in their body, mind, spirit, okay? This sacred union also feels like somebody who has passed and is reaching out to you. Some of you may not realize it, and some of you may realize it, but it's painful for you. I know people who won't have anything in their view that from the person that they lost because it's too painful to look at. But it feels like this coming together is more, in this case, you letting go of that and understanding that yes, you're going to feel pain, but it feels so much better knowing that they're there. And this, whoever's coming through, they'll never give up and they'll never leave you. Wow, that's very emotional. For some of you, you're missing someone so much. And they're like, hello, I'm right here. Stop blocking my path to you because of your fear of feeling pain. Let me be here for you. Let me love you. And let me help you through whatever storm you're going through, okay? Wow. Really hit me. But anyways, let's move on. So the next card that picked us is the Winged Wise Ones. Angelic help is here. Miraculous aid, guys. Just when you think that nothing is changing, something swoops in, some blessing, like the hand of God coming down to rescue you from something. That miraculous aid is here for you because you have worked hard. You've done some good things. You have a good heart. I feel Mother Teresa energy here for some of you. Like God is rewarding you. Mother Teresa was an amazing human being and spiritual being. She didn't mind getting down in the trenches to help people because she knew that was her calling. She knew it. And God blessed her in many ways. It feels very much like earth angel energy or angelic energy here. Some of you are just so kind and compassionate and helpful. And God says it's time to give back to you now. It's time for you to be rewarded for everything that you've done for everyone else. You're like a mother who has just enough food for her family. And you give part of yours to your family and you settle for less because you want to give, because you care, because you love. And it feels like whoever this applies to, you're in a very interesting position. It feels like you could even be in a healthcare industry maybe. And you give and you give and you give. Some of you maybe in the maternity ward, it feels. And you care. When babies are born, it's so crucial that they feel love immediately as soon as they are born. And for some of you who could be healthcare workers, or maybe you're people who just want to help everyone, and you cradle them in your arms and you tell them it's okay, and then you show them love, And it just feels like that kind of energy, like that's being rewarded back to you. Something is coming in. And I don't think you see something coming. I don't think you see the blessing coming because you're so wrapped up in helping and giving, and it feels natural to you to do that. But the universe says you need a break for a minute because guess what? You're getting a blessing. I don't know. For some of you, it almost feels like someone could be offering you a trip or to pay for a weekend trip or a week-long trip or a cruise or something. Somebody's being rewarded in a way that will surprise you. And that energy that I feel is maybe at first you might feel like, me? Are you sure? And then you might worry about, can I take time off of what I was doing? How do I do this? But guess what? You will. And you'll find a way. Because the universe is like, yeah, you're not passing up on this. It's too important that you are blessed and that you know you're blessed and that you receive this blessing. That's also part of loving yourself, guys. Let me see if there's anything else here. Yes, waking up after a much needed rest. For some of you, I was seeing you hanging on. What is that character? It was from the cartoons. Could have been Tom and Jerry. But one character was hanging on with his claws. I think it was a cat. Trying not to fall from something. And that's how I envision some of you throughout this journey so far. At times on your journey, you've been kind of just hanging on. Just like, on the edge, okay? Because there have been circumstances that have happened, things that have happened in your life, on your path that have kind of almost taken you down, okay? But you didn't stay down because that's not who you are. Anything else? It feels like it feels like there's you've been kind of doing this dance or like the old-fashioned jewelry boxes, right? If you ever saw those, they always had the little feminine character in a tutu and it would spin around as the music plays, right? And so for some reason I'm seeing you as you move, you don't know what's around the corner, right? It's interesting. You don't know what's around the corner. You're like, it's almost like you're on this path and there's this big mountain. You can't see what's on the other side of it, right? You can't see it. You know that there's something changing. You know there's something there, but you can't see what it is. It almost feels like your perception of what this mountain is, it almost feels depressing, like you see it as a blockage or you see it as fearful because you don't know what's around the corner, right? And that's where faith and trust comes in. That's where you've been growing. And so you're rounding this curve around the mountain and you're feeling as if it's safe. It's safe for you to trust. For some of you, it's miraculous to even feel that way because you've been so used to feeling fear and, being fearful and not knowing what's around the corner. And maybe your way of thinking was you're just waiting for, what is that phrase? The shoe to drop. And so it feels very much like that's going away. And so you're welcoming what's coming around the corner. That's what it feels like. Because what's coming around the corner is something you've been manifesting. That's what this feels like. Show me the way, guides. What are we looking at? Yeah, let me look at the map cards, because it feels like your journey is... It's like after a long journey and you finally reach a destination, right? That's what this feels like for you. But let's see what the map cards have to say. What do you have to say, Spirit? I love these map cards because it feels like... They almost feel like universe. Like the universe is so... has so many messages in these cards for you, for us. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, see, I got 2 cards here. I'm going to show you the Dragon's Lair. The Dragon's Lair came upside down. I don't read upside down a lot. I mean, I don't read the reverse cards a lot because they don't always apply, but in this case it does. And then the other one is balancing act, right? So it looks like because you worked on some things and you're balancing out things in your life, right? The Dragon's Lair, it's like you're setting yourself free from doing that, from working on your, whatever it is you needed to work on. And it feels like now you... What do they call that? A tightrope or a high wire? I don't know what you call it, but now you have... See how she's kind of elevated? It feels like now you have a sharper view, a more purified view of your journey, your path, your life, your soul, what it is you want, right? To me, that looks like is that a ship? Let me just adjust my eyes here. For me, that's what it feels like. Like your ship has been on rough seas and you didn't know if it was going to make it. But it looks like you found a way to balance some things out so you can use your energy in a more purified way. You're not stuck anymore. You're free. Is there anything else, guys? Okay, another reverse card, solitude. So you're coming out of that feeling of being alone. You're coming out of that feeling of feeling like you're on your own with everything. Listen, I've been divorced for 10 years. And I have been raising my youngest daughter on my own. And trying to manage the mortgage and everything else. She's grown now, but I've been trying to manage the mortgage and everything else pretty much on my own. And so I've gotten used to feeling moments of panic because I didn't know what I was going to do in regards to bills and things like that. But let me tell you, my experience with the universe and with my faith in the universe brought me to this point where I know it's senseless to panic because the universe always provides, because I believe in the universe and I believe the universe is part of me. You have to belong with that feeling and know. And the universe has delivered time and time again. And so it feels like that feeling of being alone is coming to an end. For some of you, it's, like I said, a romantic partner coming in. And you're going to share expenses. You're going to have a life together that is beautiful. Sharing responsibilities. Sharing of responsibilities, bills and things like that. And so your days of feeling like you're scraping by are coming to an end. I'm telling you. You have the ability to make this happen for yourself, guys. Sometimes we are put through tests, but I believe that part of that test is how long are you going to endure this scraping by mentality and energy. You have the ability to come out of this. And so today, Spirit is encouraging you to believe in that, because something's coming. Some of you, you've been doing a lot of work, and it's going to show. Okay? It's going to show. It's coming through. Man, there's a lot of reverse cards today. What is with that? Whew. Okay. I'll take them. We'll take them. What else, guys? Anything else from this deck? You're graduating from something. We'll always learn on our path, guys, on our spiritual journey. We'll always learn, but you're graduating. You learned a lot on this path. You've learned, and not only have you learned, you've applied it to your life. You've applied it to your path, your journey. I want to see which one is not. Which one am I reading from now, guys? I picked a bunch of cards because I felt connection to all of them. Just going to do one more and then wrap it up. Okay? Which animal energy is with us today, guys? Show me. Show us. Who's with us today? What animal energy is giving us a gift? What animal energy is lending itself to us? I feel like it's to walk alongside us instead of pushing us to do better. That's what I feel like now. Like they're now, their energy is more camaraderie and a, how do I say this? Support, okay? Support and congratulations type of thing. So we got the hair, okay? Yeah, see, this is about balance too. There's a time and season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient, right? But it feels like, So the hair magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility cycle of women. It feels like this hair energy is it's a rebirth. It's a birth, right? For some of you, it could be literal. Someone in your family, maybe getting pregnant or whatever. But this feels like a newness. It feels like an energy that is, I'm with you, rather than, come on, I know you can do this. I'm here to support you too, so you can move on your path. This is more like, let's walk together, okay? I'm just reading this real quick. All right. So, okay, yes, what I'm reading here about hair, the hair, is that this hair energy is with you to walk alongside you in something, when something comes in, a blessing, a surprise, a shock, in a good way. And so their energy is with you to, it is a matter of reproduction, like I said, reproduction, rebirth, newness. And so this hair energy is here to say, I'm with you. I'm with you, walking with you. And to help you connect to this new blessing that's coming in. It's more like a energy of not a care in the world. Let's just I'm hearing that song, I'm Walking on Sunshine. And so I'm not trying to give you a fairy tale reading here, but what I'm saying is this energy of the hair comes in. Like, let's do this. It's in our way, in our time, together, because we don't have the concerns and fears we had before. We're moving on now, okay? We're moving on. Guys, we're in that place. We're in that place where we are ready, we're ripe to receive the blessing that's here for you. And you're ready to be thankful. And you're ready to say, yes, I deserve this, rather than, I don't know if I deserve that. You do. And that's what the universe is acknowledging. So when you put that out there, the universe is going to gravitate to that and give you a manifestation and a blessing. So I did do one more, the deer. And the deer says, you are enough. You are worthy. Stand strong in front of your enemies and hold your boundaries. Be proud of what you've achieved. Be humble in your outlook. Understand that you have come a long way and the universe is blessing you. Deer are amazing, amazing animals. Deer energy is all about personal power. When you feel powerless, imagine a stag with antlers, a crown, lending you its presence and strength. Deer energy is great for healing a weak body. So that's the definition of deer energy that is here for us right now. We are worthy. We are enough. We are worthy of the blessings and manifestations. Understand that and know that. So something is coming in for you after this period of stagnation or feeling as if there was no growth. But don't be fooled. The growth is there. Sometimes it's just paused. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, this message, this guidance. God bless all of you. And I love you so much. Please be safe in whatever you do. And walk with a lighter step and your head held high. Be strong. And know that you are the strength. You are the fire. You are the sun. You are the moon. And you are the rock. Until next time, namaste.